Hello, Capricorn. I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is your energy update for the week of the 2nd of August 2021. I hope you're doing well. Be sure to check out your Sun, your Moon, your Rising, and your Venus sign in order to get a full picture of the energies that you've got going on this week. So, Capricorn, I've got a live show 3 times a week live here on YouTube. It's called Psychic Cafe. Would love to see you in there. And if you're interested in a private reading with me, they are available from my website, BeHealing.com. I'll pop a link for that in the description box down there below. So let's see what energies you got going on, Capricorn, this week. Shadow dancer, shadow work, healing work. And this is about you facing the things that you've been judging within yourself and easing up on yourself and being kinder to yourself. No more perfectionism is what I'm hearing with that. So you could have been like really hard on yourself for not being perfect. Stop that. That's mean. And you've also got patience as well, but have patience with yourself while you're doing this shadow work. So shadow work is about the things that we're judging ourselves for, the things that we think are not okay with us, the things that we're trying to hide from the rest of the world. And shadow work is about loving and accepting that part of ourselves. It's okay to be a human being. It's okay to be flawed. It's okay to have stuff going on, because we all do. So let's not pretend we're all perfect. Of course we want to do our best, but like not compared to other people, compared to who we were before. And part of that is feeling good about ourselves, even our flaws, even those things that we think are wrong with us, because we take the sting out of it when we do that. So if there's part of you that you just don't like and you're always judging and trying to hide from others, if you will just accept it and love that part of yourself and go, oh, well, I've got this. It takes the sting out of it. That thing doesn't have power over you anymore, and you might find that you just managed to figure it out or sort it out, or you might find that you learn what the positive expression is of it, because there is always a positive expression of everything. I say that because, in my own journey, because I was abused with violence, amongst other kinds of violence, physical violence, I was always never wanting to own the aggressive part of myself. Now I'm mostly Aries in my chart, so I've got a lot of aggression. I'm a warrior, and I couldn't accept that part of myself because I thought that made me an abuser. And it didn't, of course it didn't, but it was only once I'd done the shadow work, once I could accept that side of myself. I've got this aggression that, because I wasn't pushing it down anymore, it didn't have to come out in inappropriate times, like in the way that I didn't want it to come out. Once I started loving and embracing it, now it comes out. Now I'm a Muay Thai fighter, and I absolutely love it too. And I can also be stand up for myself and bring that aggression out in the right time. To bullies and things like that, it doesn't come out in a negative expression anymore, and it did before. And so that's what I mean by it takes the sting out of it when you love and appreciate a part of yourself rather than disowning it. Shadow work for Capricorns. You got the 7 of Wands here. Sevens are a tricky card, right? Because there's some kind of an indifference there to taking action on something, right? You know that you should do something, but you don't want to do it. It's procrastination. You know that you should do something, but you just don't want to do it. It could have something to do with that shadow work. So, for example, with my example of the aggression thing, it had me, when I was still judging that part of myself, it had me always backing down and always wanting to be the peaceful one, never wanting to actually confront things or say no to that bully, stand up to them. It always had me being the doormat instead. So your procrastination with that, your indifference to taking the action that you know you should take, could be because of this, the shadow work. Now to change that pattern, it requires the shadow work first and then a difference in the action that you take. So once you change your ideas about it and how you feel about yourself, once you're owning up to that thing, I'm aggressive. And that's okay, because it's who I am. Then your actions change, and that takes some getting used to. It does take some getting used to, so you're going to need patience, as that card said there. I'm going to get clarifiers out for all of these. Too many. Tell us more, Capricorn. 6 of Cups. This is the twin flame soulmate energy here. It's also the looking back as well, and reassessing your life so far. Taking a look back at the Chariot. Before you dive headlong into something, is it a repeat? Have you got a repeat opportunity to do the same thing over? Or you're going to do something different? Procrastinating, doing something different here. Tell us what's this Seven of Wands? So yeah, the procrastination is coming from a not wanting to see the details of your part in it. Well, this is complicated this week. Okay, this reading. Capricorn, so you've been pushing a part of yourself down because you think it's all wrong, probably because you've experienced someone else who has had that same thing within them, but they've been expressing it in a negative way. And when you push those things down, you will also express it in the negative way from time to time. Depends how good you are at pushing it down. The better you are at pushing it down, the more explosive it's going to be. You know, like someone that pushes down their anger and then they explode in rage. That negative expression is far worse than if you're just angry at the right situations with stuff that's making you angry. Like the bully, someone bullying you, you get angry at them, rightly so. Yeah. So the better you are at pushing stuff down, the more the negative expression will come out of it. So you don't want to take action of something because you don't want the negative expression to come out, but the positive expression needs to come out. But this is you like not wanting to make the decision to do that. This is a call, and I think you're going to be shown this week there's something that you want to do and you know that you should do it and you're not doing it, and it's because of this shadow work. So you're going to have to do the work there to figure out what that is. But I do feel like you're going to get an example of it. So you're going to be pushed, a button's going to be pushed in Capricorn this week. Watch out, world, and pay close attention to it. Now I've told you what I've told you, because it's for that reason. It's to show you what it is that you've been judging in yourself, pushing down, and when you do that, it turns against you, and you end up just being like just those ones that you got the lesson from in the first place. That's the weird thing about it. You think you're doing the opposite thing by saying, I'm definitely not going to be that, and then you end up being that, because suppression instead of acceptance and loving ourselves. So it's something that you need to ground in, own it, ground it in. I am that thing. It's gnarly stuff. Most people don't want to do the shadow work, but that's where the real healing starts. You can't find self-love unless you do that. It's the places we don't want to look, the murkiest places, the stuff that we've pushed down so much. So the Six of Cups, it's a reminiscing, Six of Materials on reciprocity, what you've received. Like I said, if you've been on the receiving end of bad behavior and it's really hurt you, you go, I am never going to be that. And then the suppression starts, the shadow starts, and it's look back, use this week to look back, reminisce on the start of all of this. Who showed you that that thing was so wrong? And look at how the repression, the pushing it down, the I will never be that, has turned you into exactly that. And you might have wondered, how did these people that hurt me ever decide to be that? I'm never going to be that. And that's how they did it. It's because they said the same thing. I'm never going to be that. And then they turned into that. Because the suppression always causes it to come out much worse. So you've been on the receiving end of it, and now you're doing it, even though it was your intention not to do it. Integration. And so there's a lesson to be learned from the past, masculine energy, maybe you've received it from the masculine energy, and there's integration of that. So you're integrating a part of your masculine side, because we've all got masculine and feminine within us, right? but a masculine part that you've shunned away from you because you've been on the receiving end of the negative expression of it. It's about integrating that, realizing that you are that too. You do have that, and it does has its place. That the universe didn't get anything wrong with us. It doesn't give us anything that isn't like key. It's like the ego. Some people saying, "Oh, you need to kill the ego." Don't kill the ego. You'll be a psychopath if you kill the ego. The ego has its purpose. It's to protect us. It's about balance. It's about accepting, okay, I've got an ego. How do I master the ego? How do I know when it's things, my mind is telling me fear, the sky's falling. That's the ego stuff, right? And when is it intuition? So we've just got to become more conscious of it. There's nothing that is all wrong and there's nothing that is all right. There's a positive and negative expression of anything, and it's only through seeking balance within ourselves, within that particular aspect, loving and accepting it, can we master it. So the Chariot, you want to dive ahead with something, almost ignoring this, take charge of it. Whoa, 8 of inspiration. So yeah, 2 fast forward cards. You want to get something, have something, get into this relationship, do that. But here's this poking your wound going on. What's this about? Anger, past, present, and future. There you go. Anger. Something that's made you angry in the past. Oh, okay. So the Chariot and the 8 of inspiration, it could be that. So you're reacting to something in the world or something that someone else is doing. It's making you angry. You're pushing that anger down. You want to be fast forward. It's like you want to sort it out. You want to stop that bad thing in the world. But it's not about that. It's about the anger you're feeling. It's not about that thing in the world. It's not your place to stop that thing in the world. It's your place to address the anger that's inside of yourself. Does that make sense? It's about your anger, this thing. It's not about the thing that's making you angry. You don't need to change the person or the thing that's making you angry. This week, it's like Capricorn. You're angry. You're angry because you are not recognizing something in yourself because of something that happened in the past. Past, present, and future, it's affecting you in your present. Wow. Big week of healing for Capricorns, if you're willing to do it. So Capricorns, could be a lot of Capricorns in the world going on these rants, wanting to change something, causing a lot of trouble for everyone else in the world because they're not looking at themselves this week. But you're on here, this channel, watching me, and so you're going to be the Capricorns that are figuring it out and doing that inner work, aren't you? And it's not easy, hey? Right, so what's going on in your love life, Capricorn? You've got, it's safe for you to love. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart. It's safe for you to love. You've also got heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with another. So those of you in a relationship, you need to fess up to this thing that's going on within you. Because when you bring it out and just talk about it, I'm really angry right now. That's making me really angry. I don't want to feel angry because my dad always used to be angry. And when my dad was angry, oh dear, it wasn't good. I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be like my dad. Telling somebody, no, this can be in a relationship. If you're not in a relationship, you've got some kind of relationships going on for sure. And if you don't have like friendships that you can talk to about this, because it will help you talking about it. Get yourself a therapist, a counselor, something like that. Talk to them about it. Let it out, because it will help you do the shadow work. For those of you that are single, when you're going through all of this, I don't know if it's a good time to get into a relationship. You've got to be bold and make the first move here. Wow. And nothing is yet set in stone. Be bold and make the first move. With all of these energies, I wouldn't be getting into a relationship because you don't want it to be a rerun. There's past, present, and future. If you've got this energy going on, think about it. What's the universe doing at the moment? It's trying to show you this thing that you've got so you can heal it. It's not a time to get into a relationship because it's going to be one that pokes that wound. Or is that a good time to get into a relationship when they do poke the wound because you need to learn about that wound? Nothing's yet set in stone. It doesn't feel like if you're getting into a relationship, Capricorn, that it's going to be one that lasts, but it could be one that shows you this wound, which, moonmate, it won't last. Forgiveness, this, oh yes, forgiveness. There's a lot of forgiveness to do this week. So once you find out what this thing is and you own it in yourself, you need to forgive yourself for having that, and also whoever it was in the past that showed you the negative expression of it. Forgive yourself for having the negative expression of it. You know, you are now able to activate the power of love in order to release past hurts. Excuse me, one moment. So yeah, there's some forgiveness to do there of yourself and of others in the past too. There, Capricorn. Now where are we at? Okay, tell us more for Capricorn. Tell us more for Capricorn. Separation. Could be in separation at the moment. Missing you. Heart-to-heart conversations in separation. It could just be that you need time out at the moment to sort through stuff that you've got going on within yourself, Capricorn. Very much an inner work week. Like I said, someone could be triggering you into it, showing you that, but it's very much for you to do that work yourself this week. What else for you, Capricorn? What else is going on here? Willing release. Yeah, there's something to let go of now. It's time. It's time to let it go. It feels like you've been battling something, Capricorn, and it's time to let it go now. Shadow work is where it's at. And you'll be wondering why you didn't do it beforehand. But have patience with yourself. Again, patience. Patience. It's not going to be fast. This is not something you can heal. Put a plaster on it fast and it's gone. If you've tried forever to shift a problem, there's probably something to learn from embracing it. There you go. Shadow work. Embrace it. I'll let this be for now. It's like something wouldn't lie. It's like you just wouldn't let it lie. Something just won't go away. When you battle it, when you push it away, when you try and change it and everyone else, when you're trying to push it down, it won't ever go away because there's nothing wrong with it. Everything can be expressed in a negative way. Everything can be expressed in a positive way as well. May I let this be for now? Help me relax and trust every need will be met. Often change soon follows. Shadow work for Capricorn. What else do Caps need to know? Happiness. You're going to find happiness after this. Oh, true happiness too. You're going to be truly happy with yourself. Happiness starts from within, right? You're going to be truly happy with yourself, not judging yourself anymore, not feeling bad about yourself. I doubt you're going to get it this week, but you're certainly going to start the ball rolling. Or if you've already been doing the shadow work, it's going to be significant progression this week. You're going to be showing something this week. You're going to be triggered into it to show you where that shadow work needs to be. You've got teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. That heart-to-heart conversation, like, yeah, it could best be done with a friend there. You also got Jug, a light-hearted, carefree time. Doesn't sound like that to me. Not in the slightest. What are you talking about, guys? Cup, you should accept valid criticism. Okay, so that could be your lead into it. The valid criticism there. Listen to it. So no doubt what this thing is that you need to do the shadow work on. People have been criticizing you about it and you're like, no, I'm not that. I'm definitely not that. I'm nothing like that person. I don't do that. I definitely don't do that. I would never do that. When you have an emotional reaction like that, that is the thing that you need to admit to do that shadow work on. So accept valid criticism. That will be a key to it. There you have it, Capricorn. Wow, big week for you. Big week of healing for you. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click that like button down there, and while you're down there, click that subscribe button along with that notification bell as well to hear more from me. Have the best week ever despite all of this. If you need any help with it, then get in touch with me on my website behealing.com for a session or a reading. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow in the daily energy update.